Hello everyone, today in this video we'll fight against the advanced character of our world around us, and today we will try to answer a question that many people can ask themselves: why in early 1990s, especially in countries like Poland and some other countries of former Warsaw Pact, so-called Eastern Bloc communistic countries, why so many people, young ones, were pushed to study, and really there was the explosion of private universities, private schools, high education, and so on. The answer is very simple. There are few reasons why governments, especially in Poland, in 1990s and early 2000s, were doing that. Because the industry was dissolved, many Polish factories, companies were sold to the competitors in the West, especially Western European countries, mainly Germany and France. So after purchase, such company was completely ruined and dissolved, and Germans and French and Dutch were taking over Polish market. But how to postpone or neutralize potential social rebellion, because massive unemployment was in place when the labor places were taken away from people. So job places. So the perfect solution for the corrupted governments was pushing young ones into the higher education studies. Of course, we know that not so many people are gifted and persistent enough to study mathematics or sciences. That's why these private universities were mainly offering their teaching courses in business, management, and other crap like this. That's why many people were thinking that studies are accessible for everyone and everyone can study, and they were hoping for better jobs after the studies. Of course, nothing like this happened, and many of these people, after these beautiful studies, especially for their own money on these private higher educational institutions, they had to emigrate to England and to Ireland and to other countries to do normal physical jobs. They simply lost money and lost few years of their lives. Nothing more, nothing less than that. And that's why Poland has now the highest number in the world of people with higher education. But this is, of course, education for nothing. And what were these governments achieving, the ones from 1990s? Social rebellion due to the rapid increase of unemployment was postponed and beautifully neutralized later, if when since 2004 Poland joined EU. That's why they were keeping power until 2005 without any competitors. The people who actually made the deal with communists in 1989 in so-called round table negotiations, and they were robbing Poland. So if you want to neutralize social rebellion, just send people to study whatever crap. The best are the directions like management or banking or things like this, that everyone thinks everyone can afford it, everyone can finish it, and you don't have to have any other talents to pass the exams and finish these studies. And this is the way how higher education, when it's misused, can be used to pacify potential social rebellion and make society much more humble, big, and prone to the oppression from the authorities side, and vulnerable to the government and more obedient. This is how higher education makes people more obedient to the government and really easier to be manipulated, because if people are educated massively, they are only educated formally, but they are even much more primitive than they would be without the education, because they lost many years during which they could learn some truth about life, and they spend it on studying things that are not useful. But they became dumb because they waste these years and they didn't know the normal life, and they didn't gain life experience. This is how especially in Poland, a massive use of higher education damaged the society. And we have the consequences of this damage till now. All the best, have a nice day, bye.